that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. Went out on a drill, now I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trip and I'm switching my.
That's what's going on. YL, I am about to start mixing. Quick mix the song that we just recorded. Castle Hills B-Room. As you can see, just standard rap all the way through verse. Punch in, ad libs. You know, really easy. 2-track here. So this is just a quick recording template. This is not really a mixing template. But since I'm in the studio and I have time to put a quick mix on it, I'm just gonna use this same template that I already recorded through. Yeah, so we're about to get into it, man.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door.
All right, so as you can tell, off rip, the artist is really energetic. He comes in really strong, but it's my CLA 2A.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof
And I'm
finna
gonna
kick down
push
the
a
door.
little
And
bit
I'm
more
up a
gain
perk, gotta switch out the
reduction.
flow. Went out on a drill, now I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trip and I'm switching my hoes. Stick get the trip and I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros.
All right, so as you can see, like I said, this is just a recording template. A lot of plugins on this. This is for those artists that want to hear something really extravagant when they leave the studio. Definitely not mix-worthy template, in my opinion, but it works. Artists come back. The recordings are always good, but one thing I like to do is send them home with a nice quality song if I'm able to. So having this template with all of these plugins on it, it just allows me to move quickly to give them a quick 5-10 minute touch up after the recording. But this time I have about 30 minutes, so I'm about to do a little extra.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door.
So you
And
can
I'm
hear
up a
is
perk, gotta switch out the flow. Went out on a drill, now I'm switching my clothes.
it's not as aggressive anymore. I did compress it. Get a lot more gain reduction with that CLA 2A. That kind of brings some of the aggression down. I'm actually gonna play with some pitch correction just because I just want to try some things on his vocals. I'm gonna go alto tenor because he's already loud and present, really high present frequency. So instead of pulling out high present frequencies, sometimes I would try to balance it, like bringing the lows in through different aspects or different plugins. Like I'm gonna try to bring tune in, not future T-Pain tune, but just enough pitch correction to where it gives him a low end. Let's just see if it works.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. Went out on a drill, now I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trip and I'm switching my hoes. Stick get the trip and I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. Drill down the road, he getting nigga hog tied. Walk down and we hit him with Mo 5. We step on that butt like some drum line. You know that we be on that front line. Step in that bill like them soul. With them sticks, we got red like the Rover. Free my little brother, he throwing them foes. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a Rosa. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper the gut.
All right, so it adds a very subtle, very small low end without any resonance really. So I'm gonna let you hear without the pitch correction.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. Went out on a drill, now I'm switching my clothes.
And then this is with pitch correction.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. Went out on a drill, now I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trip and I'm switching.
So you can tell it just adds just a little bit more depth, a little bit more body to his vocals. The next thing I want to do is let's take a look at this Pork Child 670. Let's just see what kind of activity we're getting. This is on my hook sub, so this is on my aux.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof and the kid down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big into tripping, I'm switching my hoes. Stick into tripping, I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, street free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. Drill down the road, he getting nigga hog tied. Walk down and we hit him with Mo 5. We step on that butt like some drum line. You know that we be on that front line. Stepping it built like them soul. With them sticks, we got ran like the Rover. Free my little brother, he throwing them.
All right, so we had about maybe one, a little bit over one. On our gain, dB on our gain reduction. I didn't want that much, so I brought a little less gain reduction there just to be able to get a little bit more presence, I guess you could say.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof and the kid down the door.
All right, so now I want to adjust the reverb. I think the reverb is decent, but I want to adjust the tone of the actual reverb. Yeah, so we're on verb 1, which is my H verb, one of my favorite reverbs. All right, so I want to pull out a little mud here, like around 300 or so, 400 or so.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof and the kid down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill,
I'm gonna bring my build up down and my pre-delay, and I'm gonna increase the size because there's no hook on this. So I kind of want everything to stand out. I kind of want everything to have that that vibe, that just, like, you know, a good reverb really massages the ear. So I kind of want that for the whole entire song on this particular song.
walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof and the kid down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big into tripping, I'm switching my hoes. Stick into tripping, I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, street free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. Drill down the road, he getting nigga hog tied. Walk down and we hit him with Mo.
And then we're gonna extend the tail on here just to have that reverb stick around a little longer. Give us a little ring a little bit.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof and the kid down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big into tripping, I'm switching my hoes. Stick into tripping, I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, street free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. Drill down the road, he getting nigga hog tied. Walk down and we hit him with Mo 5. We step on that butt like some drum line. You know that we be on that front line. Stepping it built like them soul. With them sticks, we got ran like the Rover. Free my little brother, he throwing them foes. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a rosa. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper to God, I'm so like Jehovah. Had to switch out the lane. Them nigga was lame, couldn't even stand in the flame. Attention, I am the center. You know I'ma stand in the pain. Having them boys like Wayne, step on them boys like Payne. Reaper gon' let all the shells, he leaving them wet like the rain. We gon' insane, take a little vision, I fuck on it, man. Fuck up a brain, then we get high like a
Alright, so you can hear a little ring, little verb coming in. And I'm actually gonna take some highs out of that verb.
walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof and the kid down the
I like
door.
using the
And I pop a perk,
H
gotta switch out the flow.
EQ
When out on the drill, I'm
reverbs
switching my
because,
clothes. Big into tripping,
as
I'm
you can
switching my
see,
hoes.
it's
Stick into
showing
tripping,
me
I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, street free all
where
the
my
bros.
action is living
Drill down
on
the
what
road, he
different
getting nigga hog
frequencies.
tied. Walk down and we hit him with Mo 5. We step on that butt like some drum line. You know that we be on that front line. Stepping it
I'm
built
gonna
like the
pull
soul. With them
out.
sticks, we got ran like the Rover. Free my little brother, he throwing them foes. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a rosa. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper to God, I'm so like Jehovah. Had to switch out the lane. Them nigga was lame, couldn't even stand in the flame. Attention, I am the center. You know I'ma stand.
If you heard that, it kind of cut a little high ring out, like that high pitch ring kind of gets cut out of the reverb. I'm gonna save all of that. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I kind of want, the thing about 2-track beats is really hard to sit vocals in the pocket where they need to be on 2 tracks, right? You need track outs for that. So one little trick that I do Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It really depends on the beat, how the producer, sent it off. Was it mixed? Was it not mixed? So, but sometimes it works. So what I use is this spread, the PS22 spread plugin on my 2-track beat here, and it allows me to kind of manufacture a pocket for some vocals and some ad-libs to kind of sit in just a little bit smoother, just a little bit more comfortable. So let's just see if it works.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big into tripping, I'm switching my hoes. Stick into tripping, I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros.
So I'm gonna let you hear without the spread plug-in and with. So this is without.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big into tripping, I'm switching my hoes. Stick into tripping, I'm switching my.
This is with.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big into tripping, I'm switching my hoes. Stick into tripping, I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. Trip down the road, he getting nigga hog time. Walk down and we hit him with Mo 5. We step on that butt like some drum lines. You know that we be on that front line. Stepping it bit like the soul. With them sticks, we got red like the rover. Free my little brother, he throwing them foes. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a roser. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper to God, I'm so like Jehovah. Had to switch out the lane. Them nigga was lame, couldn't even stand in the flame. Attention, I am the center. You know I'ma stand in the pain. Having them bars like Wayne. Step on them boards like pain. Reaper gon' let all the shells, he leaving them wet like the rain. We gon' insane. Take a little bitch and I fuck on it, man. Fuck up a brain. Then we get high like a plane. You know we do all of the winning. You know we do all of the spinning. You know we do all of the gunning. Said it was smoke with your one. You know that all of us coming. Young nigga kick down the door for 100. Said it was smoke to my nigga, let run it. Let out the shot, big in the run. Up in his chop, hit up his stomach. Running his spot, quicker than sun. Big, we need all of the money. I got a partner who trapping the well. And I got a partner who trapping the shell. All of my partner, we giving them hell. Light up the city and they ringing like bells.
Alright, so as you can see, I just played with my spread just a little bit because I still want the beat to hit and stand out. So I didn't widen it all the way out. I didn't leave it on default mode. I brought the lows in a little bit, and I actually raised my frequency. So I'm widening out. It's a little wider from like 12 hertz to, let's see. So like from like 512 down to 32, it's a little wider. So I'm basically winding out basically my low end of the song, because as you can hear, there's no pianos, there's no guitars, there's no real high-end instruments, no flutes, no horns. It's a really simple beat, and it kind of lives off of the 808. So I kind of want to continue to push that and show that and present that into the beat, but I also want to dig out some of that so the vocals can sit in that. So that's why I widened that range, because the vocals will sit around that range, so they're not fighting each other. That makes sense.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big into tripping, I'm switching my hoes. Stick into tripping, I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. Trip down the road, he getting nigga hog time. Walk down and we hit him with Mo 5. We step on that butt like some drum lines. You know that we be on that front line. Stepping it bit like the soul. With them sticks, we got red like the rover. Free my little brother, he throwing them foes. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a roser. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper to God, I'm so like Jehovah. Had to switch out the lane. Them nigga was lame, couldn't even stand in the flame. Attention, I am the center. You know I'ma stand in the pain. Having the bar.
Alright, so that's real quick, real easy. I got about 10 minutes left to mix this. So next thing I'm going to do is let's go over here and touch ad-libs. As you can see, I got this one knob filter on here. I am actually gonna crank
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes.
So I'm gonna change this SSL channel Actually, and I am going to use one of my favorite simple EQ plugins because I love the filters on here. I'm going to go to this preset, Telephone 2, and his vocals are already kind of high pitched, so I don't want to push that in the ad lib. So I'm going to shift that little bell curve or whatever on over to probably like around 500 hertz, and let's just see what we get.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof and the kid down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trippin', I'm switching my hoes. Stick get the trippin', I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. Trip down the road, he getting nigga hog time. Walk down and we hit him with Mo 5. We step on that butt like some drum line. You know that we be on that front line. Steppin' that bill like them soul. With them sticks, we got red like the rover. Free my little brother, he throwing them foes. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a roser. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper to God, I'm so like Jehovah. Had to switch out the lane. Them nigga was lame, couldn't even stand in the flame. Attention, I am the center. You know I'ma stand in the pain. Having them boys like Wayne, step on them boys like Payne. Reaper gon' let all the shells, he leaving the wet like the rain. We gon' insane, take a little bitch and I fuck on it, man. Fuck up a brain, then we get high like a plane. You know we do all of the winning, you know we do all of the spinning, you know we do all of the gunning.
Alright, so I think ad-libs are decent, they stand out enough. So we're gonna throw some drops in here, a little bit of creativity, just a little, and we're gonna get up out of here. Let's see what we got. A little creativity.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof and the kid down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trippin', I'm switching my hoes. Stick get the trippin', I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. On the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big get the switching my clothes. Big get the on the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Out on the drill, I'm switching. On the drill, I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trippin', I'm my clothes. Big get the trippin'.
Alright, so let's see if we can bring that back in on that snare hit. Now, a lot of things I like to do with these YouTube beats that obviously, you know, don't hold a lot of weight, but the artists enjoy this. You can pull tags out. Sometimes if tags are right on the grid, then you can cut those out and just make it a drop.
Spin the kid down the door, and I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, now I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trippin', I'm switching my hoes.
Alright. So you heard that snare hit back, but I think we're gonna give that snare a little bit more room.
Switch out the flow. When out on the drill, now I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trip.
Boom. Alright, so now we got the whole snare there. Easy, and we cut out a tag.
Switch out the flow. When out on the drill, now I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trippin', I'm switching my hoes. Stick get the trippin', I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. Trip down the road, he getting nigga hog time. Walk down and we hit him with Mo 5. We step on that butt like some drum line. You know that we be on that front line. Steppin' that bill like them soul. With them sticks, we got red like the rover. Free my little brother, he throwing them foes. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a roser. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper to God. On the phone. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a roser. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper on the phone. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a roser. You a pretender, little boy.
Alright, so we're gonna bring that in there. And we're gonna bring.
They take me to jail, I'ma sit like a roser. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper to God, I'm so like Jehovah. Had to switch out the lane. Them nigga was lame, couldn't even stand in the flame. Attention, I am the center. You know I'ma stand in the pain. Having them boys like Wayne, step on them boys like Payne. Reaper gon' let all the shells, he leaving the wet like the rain. We gon' insane, take a little bitch and I fuck on it, man. Fuck up a brain, then we get high like a plane. You know we do all of the winning, you know we do all of the spinning, you know we do all of the gunning. Settle with smoke with your one, you know that all of us coming. Young nigga kick down the door for 100. Settle with smoke to my nigga, let run it. Let out the shot, big get the run. Up in the chop, hit up his stomach. Running his spot, quicker than sun. Bitch, we need all of the money. I got a partner who trapping the well. And I got a partner who trapping the shell. All of my partner, we giving them hell. Light up the city and they ring them.
Alright. Alright, I
Walk in
got
with
2
that chop,
minutes.
better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof and the kid down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, now I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trippin', I'm switching my hoes. Stick get the trippin', I'm switching my pose. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit.
At this point, maybe another drop, and I gotta wrap.
sing. You know we do all of the winning. You know we do all of the spinning. You know we do all of the gunning. Settle with smoke with your ones. You know that all of us coming. Young nigga kick down the door for 100. Settle with smoke to my nigga, let run it. Let out the shot, big get the run. Let out the shot.
Alright, so let's do that. We'll do this.
Let out the shot, big get the run. Up in the chop, hit up his stomach, run in his spot, quicker than sun. Bitch, we need all of the money. I got a partner who. Smoke to my nigga, let run it. Let out the shot, big get the run. Up in the chop, hit up his stomach, run in his spot, quicker than sun. Bitch, we need all of the money. I got a partner who trap in the well, and I got a partner who trap in the shell. All of my partner, we giving them hell. Light up the city, and they ringing like bells.
Alright, time to bounce it up. That's
Smoke to my nigga,
real quick. Definitely can make it a lot better, but it's quick mix. But it is time to go.
Walk in with that chop, better get on the flow. Me and Lil Goof finna kick down the door. And I pop a perk, gotta switch out the flow. When out on the drill, now I'm switching my clothes. Big get the trippin', I'm switching my hoes. Stick get the trippin', I'm switching my pole. Talk to my brother, scream free all the bros. Ain't stealing no shit, we robbing the beat. Trip down the road, he get nigga hog time. Walk down and we hit him with Mo 5. We step on that butt like some drum line. You know that we be on that front line. Step in the bill like a soul. With them sticks, we got red like the Rover. Free my little brother, he throwing the foes. They take me to jail, I'ma sit like I'm Rosa. You a pretender, little boy, you a poser. Reaper to God, I'm so like Jehovah. Had to switch out the lane. Them nigga was lame, couldn't even stand in the flame. Attention, I am the center. You know I'ma stand in the pain. Having them boys like Wayne, step on them boys like pain. Reaper gon' let out his shells, he leaving them wet like the rain. We go insane, take a little bitch and I fuck on it, man. Fuck up a brain, then we get high like a plane. You know we do all of the winning, you know we do all of the spinning, you know we do all of the gunning. Settle with smoke with your ones, you know that all of us coming. Young nigga kick down the door for 100. Settle with smoke to my nigga, let run it. Let out the shot, big get the run. Up in the chop, hit up his stomach, run in his spot, quicker than sunny. Bitch, we need all of the money. I got a partner who trap in the well, and I got a partner who trap in the shell. All of my partner, we giving them hell. Light up the city, and they ringing like bells. Know what the fuck going on? Block poppin', hot chocolate. Do y'all, big guys, beat.
And there you have it, man. Quick mix. It'll be beaten in the car. Got a little bit of effects. Got a little bit of creativity. That's something that an artist would be happy with when they leave the studio. YL from RebelEars.com. I'm signing out, man. Refuse to sound ordinary. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that follow button, that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Check out our website, RebelEars.com, for all the cool products we have for you guys. Follow us on social media, Rebel Ears Podcast on Instagram, Rebel Ears on Twitter, Rebel Ears on TikTok. And I'll see you guys next time. Be safe.